Good afternoon, everybody. Happy Easter. Wanted to do a video series on our projects that we're doing. Each car is kind of getting its own video, so I can kind of get in depth with you guys on the history, understand what we've done to it, how we got it, what we're going to be doing to it. We just did a video a couple minutes ago on the 63 Chrysler 300 Sport Coupe. So check that out. Pretty cool video. A lot of history I'd talk about in that, and things that we've done that are pretty unique. It's worth a look. So this is my dad, Big Ron. This is his 1944 two-door sedan Deluxe. We know it's a Deluxe because of the grille, the hood, the fenders. It's different than a standard. So I'm going to go over kind of how we got this car real quick. We bought this car off of eBay. It was a body, frame, two doors on a trunk lid, and a title. We bought it from a guy in Wisconsin for, I think it was $850. Went up and got it in the winter. That was an adventure. We lived in Cincinnati at the time. And we've had this car for about 5 to 6 years, something to that effect. We got the front fenders and the hood from a guy in Cincinnati. They were really nice front fenders and hood. It did have this one running board. The driver's side was missing. It took us roughly 4 years to find a running board because we needed one, not two, and we didn't want to pay, $500 to $800 for a set of running boards. So finally found one, so that's a win. Rear fenders we got at the Louisville swap meet. About a year into owning this. Some neat things about this car. Kind of start at the front and work to the back here. So you have the Deluxe grill that we picked up several different shows and whatnot and put together. You have the Bob Drake headlight assemblies. They're completely new. Everything inside the buckets, the assemblies, bulbs, everything, trim rings, all Bob Drake. You have California mirrors on it, California style mirrors. You have a one-piece windshield, which will be going away. We cracked this one, and we want to go back with the stock style that has the bar in the middle. This has windshield wipers out of a Volkswagen Bug, wiper system out of a Volkswagen Bug, which is kind of cool. This car also has hidden door hinges. It's got bear claw latches. It also has the door poppers. So like to open this door, other than from being inside, you have a fob, you hit the button and the doors pop open. The other way in is the yellow wire, which would be tucked up under a button or something. These wheels, these are not the wheels. We have for the rear 17 by 8 polished Torque Thrust 2 American Racing wheels for the rear, and we have 15 by 7s for the front, same wheel. The reason for the difference in size, these fenders, they're a challenge to get the right tire setup on this, because you will hit here. If you look under here, it's there. So you got to be pretty close on your offset and sizing. You can go bigger, but some modifications would be required, and we didn't want to do that. What else on this car? We've got the Hagen gas door, the flush mounted gas door. We've got the LED Sergeant Stripe 40 Ford taillights. You can also tell a 40 Ford from a 38, 39 by the taillights. We got the recessed license plate frame. Let's see here. On the inside here, we've got the dashes painted. We've got the Ford Motorsport script gauges. We have a glove box door that we custom made, a glove box for it. This is a Bitchin dash, is what it's called. The brand is Bitchin, as opposed to a stock 44 dash that we didn't have. One of our buddies sold us this, and this is what we're using. And we actually like it a lot. It fits really well, and we think it looks just as good as a stock one. Glove box door we made. The button there, the chrome button, is out of a Volkswagen. You also have in this car the modern amenities. So you have AM, FM, CD, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, all of that with the big screen there with navigation and everything. So you have what you would have in your new car is in this car as well, with the backup camera. Because if you've ever driven one of these, they're kind of a pain to back up. There's not a lot of windows here to actually see out of. Everything's kind of tight once you're in it, and I'll show you that in a minute. So backing them up, I mean, you're pretty blind. So with little mirrors and whatnot, it really helps to have a backup camera. You have the specialty power window company power windows. You've got power windows both sides. You have the Balls power trunk in the rear, power trunk lift. What else? I think that's it in here, honestly. You got power locks, power windows, the whole deal. Pretty much everything you'd have in a new car. It's got the I Did It chrome tilt steering column. You got the low car emergency brake handle, and so on. Billet specialties, AC vents. So it's pretty well equipped. I mean, this is a lot like buying a new car, just with a 40 Ford. I mean, it kind of has a lot of the same stuff, and it rides exceptionally well. So let's go over that. Suspension. It has a Mustang 2, new cross member, tubular A-arms, shocks. It also has the GM brakes, disc brakes up front. Going back to the rear, you've got the TCI leaf spring package that was made for this with the shocks and whatnot. It rides really well. You have an 8-inch Ford rear end. That is a 355 posi. It's got an Eaton True Track posi in it. It is the gear driven posi, not the clutch driven. The gear driven doesn't have the chattering noise when you make corners and stuff, from what I understand of it. So I went with the more expensive one because I didn't want any noise. For drivetrain in this, hey Ron, you pop the hood for me? For drivetrain in this has a 350 small block Chevrolet. It was bored 30 over, so I believe it's the 355. It has the camel hump heads, the 194, I think it's 150 something valves, completely redone. We upgraded the valve springs to the Z28 valve springs, retainers, all of that. All new rocker arms, push rods, everything up on the valve train was bought new. It's got a 350 horse, 350 cam that came out of one of the stock Corvettes. I believe it's like an LT something. But we kind of mimicked that engine to build this engine quite a bit. The cam's a comp cam and lifters. You got an Elderbrock intake manifold. You got a Holley Street Avenger 4-barrel 675 CFM. You got the pulley set here. This is going to have air conditioning. So we have the deals here for the hoses. We have the bracketry for the compressor. We just need to pick it up. The valve covers are the old Cow Custom valve covers that were chromed years ago. We've had them sitting in our shop forever. We just decided to finally use them. It's got an HEI. It's got a Champion radiator. It's got the overflow tank, block hugger headers. You know, just a really nice engine. This engine absolutely flies for what it is. This is every bit of 350 to 375 horse. It will pin you back in your seat, rip the tires off for as long as you want. And yeah, that's just what this thing is. Definitely one of the faster cars we built. Maybe the fastest car we built, honestly. Typically, we're more about the looks and aesthetics than we are, you know, going like hell. But this one we put together and wanted it to be a really fun car, and that is exactly what this car is. This is not your, I mean, it's a cruiser. You could cruise it, but it's if you wanted to go to the track, do some runs, actually be competitive, this is probably a 12 to 13 second car. If I'm being completely honest, I think the performance of this, I would probably compare to a new Camaro or something like that. In that world, you know, it is not slow, by any means. What else? We got the hot rod style dual master cylinder with power brakes with the proportioning valve for disc drum. Yeah, you can kind of see the Mustang 2 down there, and the tubular A-arms and all of that. So that's kind of what we have here. Now, currently, this car has a 4-speed Saginaw transmission in it. It's a manual transmission. And it's great, except for the Saginaw has an issue, and we need to deal with that. So what we're going to do, since we're going to sell this car, we are going to pull the manual Saginaw out and install a new turbo 350 with a low car shifter, making it automatic. And you know, you kind of go from only some people can drive manuals, everybody can drive an automatic, so that kind of helps that too. But this car should absolutely still scream and be an amazing car to drive. So what's coming for this car? Let me explain that. So this car is 90% bodyworked, okay? We are very close to paint. This car is going to be painted black. It's going to go BMW Jet Black 2. This is the color here. You can see it right there, maybe. That's the color. So basically what we're gonna do is, once the thing is done, hopefully by end of May, early June, we're gonna pull this car in. We're going to jack it up. We're gonna get the automatic turbo 350 installed, 4-speed out of it. We're gonna install the new 2-piece stock style windshield. We're going to get the tires mounted on the rims and get them on the car. We're going to block this car, and we're going to paint this car black. That is a huge piece of what we're doing. We're also going to install vintage air conditioning, and get that all hooked up, charged up, and working. One of the other things that's going to happen is, right now this car has manual steering. We are going to put power steering into it, so that won't be that big a deal. So we're gonna power steering, vintage air, windshield, automatic turbo 350, 17s and 15s, torque thrust 2s with good tires, and we're gonna install a third brake light that's going to go here inside, but right there, and we're gonna get rid of this one because we don't like that. Once it's painted and all of that's together and everything's working good and everything's where it needs to be, we are going to take this car to Falmouth, Kentucky, to an interior shop called Wimpy's. They're going to put an interior in it. We got a really nice set of front seats that are kind of a cream color. So the interior, this will be kind of a creamy white kind of thing going on. Probably black carpet, but I don't want to swear to that. I'm going to leave that up to them. And he's going to, while it's there, he'll build us a custom console, because it'll fit much better once that transmission humps out of the floor there. The automatic won't need that. So that, and we have to put insulation in it, which isn't a big deal. So that's what's going to happen to this. And then this car should be for sale before the end of the year. And so black, cream interior, should be straight as an arrow on the bodywork. You know, runs great, automatic, power steering, Mustang 2, positive traction, you know, big wheels, kind of gonna have all the things here. And it rides really, really good. It runs cool. This car runs incredibly cool. It sits right around 180. Don't have any issues with any of that, and everything works the way it should. And yeah, so that is the plan and the history that we know of this 1940 Ford two-door sedan Deluxe. And we hope you all have a happy Easter. And I'm going to get this posted, and there'll be a build series coming in pretty soon for this. We're already starting to gather parts, and this is the next one in the shop once the thing gets done, the Volkswagen thing. So this is the next one. So we're thinking June, into May, June, this should be in the garage and being done. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe to the channel. We have a lot of projects going on. We have this 40 Ford. We got a 1973 Volkswagen thing that we're doing a full restoration on. It's almost ready to paint. We got a 1963 Chrysler 300 two-door sport coupe, 383 four-speed manual, 8 3/4 car. That's really rare. We've also got a 1965 Chevy SS Malibu True SS car, 283 Power Glide car, which we have the original numbers matching drivetrain to. It's sitting over at my house in Zephyr Hills. That'll be coming in after this one. So it'll go thing, 40 Ford, because this won't take long. This will be about a month. And then it'll go to interior, and then the Chevelle will come in. That's a full body off the frame restoration. We think that'll probably take us 6 to 8 months. And then, you know, in the meantime and in between some of these, we'll probably do some things to the Chrysler here. The issue with the Chrysler is the parts are hard to come by. So it's not as much as you just want to do it, whether you have $1 billion or what. It's finding pieces that don't exist. So that puts this one a little bit on hold. All these other cars you can actually get things for. So anyway, that's what we got. Happy Easter, and we will talk at you here shortly. Have a great day.